Hey everybody, as you can tell from the countdown clock right here, we're about to get started. If you've been here before, then you can just come back when the countdown clock hits 0. But if this is your very first lesson, then I got a couple things I want to talk to you about. All right, so if you weren't here last week, don't worry, you didn't need to be. We're doing a brand new song this week, and if you haven't played piano before, don't worry, we're doing 5 different levels. You can definitely do level 1. You are gonna need to click on the PDF button right over there though, download the PDF and print it out, because that's all the music for all the different levels. Now, as you'll see in your PDF, in the upper right-hand corner, it tells you what level that page is for. So on level 1, you're gonna wanna have that level 1 page, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, you can just ignore those. Just stay on level 1 for the entire lesson. You will want to find the chart though that has all of the notes listed out with all the letters on it, because that's what you're going to use in order to play your piano along with me when I'm playing. So if we're playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, the track would go something like this. And as I'm playing it, I'll show you where all the notes are and where all the letters are. Don't worry about that. But then you're going to play along with me when I'm playing the track. Now, after we've done level 1, I'll show you everything you need so you can practice the song throughout the week. Then we're going to level up, and that looks like this. And now you can see we're on level 2, right? So at level 2, then it's going to get a little bit more difficult, but each time the track plays, I want you to just play the track that you're on. So if you're on track 1, if you're on level 1, then each time, you know, we're doing our thing, we're going. Each time we start that, I want you to completely ignore the notes that we're playing, and you just play your level. So you would play. Because that's going to work with, the track's going to work with your level every time we play it, no matter what level we're on. So we move on to level 2, 3, 4, 5. You just stay on the one that you're comfortable with. All right, so all of these lessons are completely interactive. That means we want to hear from you right now. So go ahead and click on the chat button right over there. Put in your name, you don't have to put in a password, and then you'll be talking with all the other students who are logged in right now, as well as some of my assistants who can help you and answer some of your questions. If you've got a question though that you don't think they're going to know the answer to, and you want to ask me personally, then type your question in the box below this video, and then you'll get your answer to your question directly from me. Now at the end of level 5, we're going to raffle off some prizes. These prizes change up every single week. If you're the winner of the prize, you need to let us know right away what prize it is that you want so we can send that out to you. You can tell my moderator, you can let us know at mailbag@learnpianolive.com, email us there. You can fill out the contact form and let us know, but just tell us what prize you want so we can get that out to you. If you're not the prize winner, or if you want to know how you can earn more points so you can be the prize winner, then just stay tuned after the lesson and I'll let you know. All right, you've been very patient. That's all I gotta say. It's time for the lesson. I hope you've got your PDF. You're ready to ask some questions. I'm ready to answer them. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and this floating head in the corner here, if you lean in like that, there you go. Oh, now, yes. This is Elise the expert. And while I am not an expert at focusing the camera on her face, she is an expert at playing the piano, and she is very, very good. She's going to be learning the song for the first time right along with you. Have you ever played the song before, Elise? No, never played the song before, but she has played lots of other songs before, so she's probably going to learn the song faster than most people would. But anyway, she's going to be learning the song with you so you can see what kind of progress she makes as we go. And also, if you jump into the chat room, then you'll get to talk with this blank blue face. How's it going, Kendra?
Good.
Good. We can't see you at all. That's unfortunate. We'll see if we can fix that later. But anyway, that's usually where Kendra's face goes. And if we are rambling on about mistakes like that, then we usually have Clapple, the penguin, who actually looks a lot like Kendra today, but you couldn't see that because we just had that blue screen of death. But yeah, Kendra is wearing a fantastic red wig that hopefully you'll get to see later. And for right now, I guess it's time for you, Elise, to go in the other room and start working on your song. And you at home to get your PDF open, and we will check out our... There we go. All right, so not everything is gone today. We're going to check out our song here. So the first part of this is the fastest part of it. I'll tell you, this is one of the shortest songs we've ever done, but it also covers one of the largest ranges that we've ever done before. So it goes all the way from that C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It covers all of those notes right there. So there's not really a good way. You've only got 10 fingers, which would only take you up to that E, and we need to get all the way to that G. So we're going to have to like either be moving that pinky around a lot or just kind of doing some motions in here with the thumbs. I'd probably try to do most of that work with your thumbs in there. But anyway, we've got more notes than we have fingers today. But the first note that you're going to want is this G right here. And it's going to go 2 Gs and then E and then back to G. And if you can make it down to that C, then you're kind of set. That's the fastest part of the whole thing. It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. And the track sounds like this. And a 2 and a 1, 2, go. It's a hard knock life for us. So that track is going to be louder and also going to be super fast. Even the slow one, it's a hard knock life. Just maybe work on that much of it. I'm going to run through the rest of the notes, though, for you so you can see what else is coming up. This thing right here, G, G, E, G, is the same exact thing. This note right here that looks like a H is supposed to say B on it, and I'm not quite sure why it came out as an H, but that's going to be a B. And then you're just walk that one straight up to a C and then to a D. So, it's a hard knock life for us. Then, instead of treated, that's the exact same move as it's a hard knock. So, this move and this move and this move are the same exact rhythm, same exact speed, and actually the same exact motion. It's just a note and then the same note and then go down 2 notes and then come back up. But the first 2 started on a G, and then after that we have it instead of treated. Then we've got we get tricked. Careful, this G and this G are not the same G. We got we get tricked. This one right here in the middle is just 2 notes down from that the first G. So we get tricked. Then instead of kisses is going to be the exact same thing instead of kisses. So if you can get down that move and just put it down here, and that's a lot of the song right there. We get kicked is the exact same motion as this one up here, but down here we've got D at the end of it instead of a low, low, low G. So again, this G and this G, not the same G. We get tricked all the way down. And then instead of kisses, we get just down 1 note for that one right there. And then we have it's a hard knock life. If you wanted to, you could trade in a G for this E and go, it's a hard knock life. And you could even trade in an E for this F. So you could do the exact same move that you did at the beginning. It's a hard knock life. That would be the exact same thing as the beginning. So that wouldn't sound terrible. It's not what they sing in the original track, but that wouldn't sound wrong at all. So let me play it that way for you, and then I want to go back and play it the other way for you. Here we go. And a 2, and a 1, 2, go. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock for us. Instead of treated, we get... And here's the wrong way. Here we go. So that right there, that doesn't sound terrible at all. I did mess up the notes on this one right here, but so that would be like the wrong way. That's the G G E G, but it's not. Okay, fine. So this will be our last time through. This time I will not play it that way. I'm going to play It's a Hard Knock instead of It's a Hard Knock at the end of it. But the rest of it is going to all stay the same. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and then you're in with very, very fast notes at the beginning. Here we go. And a 1, 2, go. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get, and here we go. It's a hard knock life. There we go. So this song will take some practice. Again, the beginning notes of that are probably the hardest, so those are probably the ones you want to focus on first. But if you practice up a whole lot, you could get as good as this guy.
Video clips on YouTube.
All right, let's level up, everybody.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
And I'm told that if you're one of the students who likes to just kind of watch the lesson and not jump in the chat room, then would be a great week for you to jump in the chat room. Maybe you could win because there are not very many people in the chat room right now. So in case you're watching this and you usually don't jump in, maybe you could pick up 300 extra points if you jump in. Or not, just keep watching. Anyway, either way, we are on level 2 here. So we're going to go on down past the level 2 penguin. This one right here shows you all of the notes that we are using for this song. You'll notice there's no F in there because that note does actually not get played. So we're going to go from C up to G, but we don't use an F there. So then this is what level 2 looks like. It's the exact same notes as level 1, except now it's on the official lines and spaces of the treble clef. Treble clef is that sign right there. It tells us that it's mostly going to be right hand notes. But if you want to use both hands on this song, I don't blame you at all because it's crazy. Basically, what we need to pay attention to is this guy right here. We've got a rest at the beginning. That's why we have all that counting 1 and a 2 and a 1 like that before you come in. Now, we do have a really quick rest right there before you jump in, but the track actually starts right here. So that's the beginning of the track, which means you've got to play all of these notes. It's a hard knock all before the track kicks in. So when you listen to it, notes, and then track. So all of those, it's a hard knock. The track isn't going to jump in until life. And then the only other thing, actually, no. There's nothing else we need to pay attention to. The notes that have the lines on them, those are eighth notes, so those are going to be a little bit faster. And the ones that are hollow, like that note or that note, are going to be a little bit longer. But you're running into that stuff if you're in Kloppel Academy. So anyway, if you're already learning that stuff, then we don't have to cover it here, which means we get a lot of time to practice. So let's try this thing. And 1, 2, go. It's a hard knock for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life. Fantastic. Let's try it again. Get ready on those first notes. It's a hard knock life. If we can get all the way down to that life, that is a whole lot of the song. Here we go. And 1, 2, go. Yeah, cool. So hopefully you're getting some of those notes, especially we like to focus on the beginning notes. What I was going to say before you interrupted me was we like to focus on the beginning notes and also the ending notes. So if you already have down, it's a hard knock life, don't worry about the middle part next. The next thing you want to do after that is, it's a hard knock life. And you'll notice that I come up here for the ending notes and down here for the beginning notes. It's a hard knock life. It starts out down there. And the ending is going to be, it's a hard knock life. Here we go. And 1, 2, go. It's a we get tricked. Stand. Okay, and even if you don't get any of the rest of the notes, just try to wait for that C and make sure you nail that C at the end of it. Even if you can't do it's a hard knock, make sure you get life as the last note. But now it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
This week it's from Champion. It says, Dear Jamin, what kind of piano are you playing? So this piano is called an upright piano. That just means that all of the strings on the inside are standing up instead of laying down flat. That would be a grand piano. And this one is made by Yamaha. It's called a U3. So it's probably the same type of piano that you have, unless yours plugs into the wall, if you're playing on a keyboard instead of a piano. But if you have a regular piano, this is the kind that you can you just put up against the wall, and it's kind of convenient. However, I will tell you, I'm actually getting rid of my Yamaha U3 as much as I love it so much. It's time to move on to a grand piano. So hopefully very soon, like in the next few weeks, you'll be seeing our new piano, and we're going to switch everything around, and it's going to be totally awesome. But that's coming up in the future. For now, let's go.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level3 to understand how this level works.
All right, here we go. This is level 3. On level 3, we're just going to play all of the exact same right-hand notes, except now we're going to throw in a little tiny bit of left hand. And the good news is on this one, mostly you're just going to be running into E and F as your two left-hand notes. We do have a C in there. Starts out on a C. It's also going to end on a C. So the first and last notes are C's, but in the middle, it's E and F and E and F and E, and then there's one last note before you play the last C. You're going to play a G right there. So we're going to play a G and then down to a C, and you can see where those get lined up. This first one right here is lined up with life. Then the last one is also lined up. Hey, I didn't know that. The first C and the last C are both on the word life. And then you've got a G right here before the last C. So let's just play through that and see if we can get some of those notes. If you're on level 1 through 2, though, just play your version. Don't worry about all these left-hand notes. So we're going to start here on the C. It's a hard knock. There's our C. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead treated, we get tricked. Instead, we get... And here's that G. It's a hard knock. And there's our C at the very end. And that's the whole entire song. So let's try that one more time, and then we're going to be checking in with at least the expert. And so let me show you what the two hands would look like together before we get to Elise. Here we go. If you're on level 1 or 2, just do your thing. 2, go. It's a life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life. So that's how the two hands would go together. But I'm guessing at this point, Elise is not quite ready for both hands together. Let's check it out. So, how far are we? Level 1, 2, 3, 27.
I've done level 2.
You've done level 2.
Need to work on getting the first left-hand note in.
Oh, what? So you're already working kind of on level 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Show me just level 2 for right now, because that sounds crazy. Let me go back to level 2 so you can read that. So you can either watch her play and see how far she's gotten, or if you want to try to play along, that would be fine too. Go ahead and hit your student track over there. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, go. Hard Knock Life. Yeah, nice job. Way to go. Very cool. It's harder. Yes, it's harder with the track. It's also harder with lights in your face. It's also harder with a camera in your face. It's also harder in front of hundreds of people. So yeah, that's understandable. That what you just played was incredible. That was fantastic. And yeah, now you know what? It's time to tell them, right? You point at them and say,
Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
Okay, level 4. This is where things kind of get crazy just a little bit. I've given you a bunch of notes. Well, let me show you the PDF first. So I've given you a bunch of notes in the left hand. It's all fifths. So if you're in Klopple Academy level like 2 or 3, then you're running into intervals. And so this interval is called a fifth right here. So it's all fifths. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Now you might notice that the bottom note of all of your fifths is the same thing that you were playing in level 3. So it's all related. And that's because they're all from the same exact chords. The chords are just this section right here is all the C chord. And if you go to the next page, then you get the C chord right there, C's and E's and G's. And that's why we're playing C's and G's here. I chose to leave the E's out, but you could put them in if you wanted. Here are all of the notes that are in the C chord. So during that C chord time, you could add in that E if you wanted to, or you could also add in other notes from your in your right hand, like it's a hard knock life for us. That's all just adding in other notes from the C chord. And of course, if that doesn't make any sense, then go to learnpianolive.com/level4 and I'll explain that in greater and better detail. But for right now, I'm just going to show you what the left hand sounds like with this thing. And if you're on level 1 through 3, then ignore everything I'm doing and just play your version right along with us. Here we go. And a 1, 2, go. It's a hard knock life. So that's all of that. Let's try that one more time. I'm just going to play all of those, and hopefully Klopple won't get a call in the middle of the track. And you'll notice that over here I just played one of those, and down here on Life I just played one of those because we don't have those pulses anymore at that point. So here we go. And a 2, and a 1, 2, go. It's a hard knock. It's a hard knock. There you go. So now with the yikes. Now with the right hand in, same exact thing in the left hand. Let me show you right hand melody. I'm not going to play any of the extra notes that we could add in from the chord. Here we go. And a 1, 2, go. It's a hard knock life. Okay, so that was all of the right-hand melody and the left-hand notes that are written in there. Now I'm going to add in some other notes in the right hand that are not on the page, but that are from the chords that are listed there. Here we go. 1, and a 2, yikes, and a 1, 2, go. Okay, so maybe a bad example there at the end, but I think you get the idea of that, hopefully. Maybe not. Let me know. Send me your videos, by the way. For some reason, the last couple weeks, we haven't gotten as many student videos as we normally do, and I love getting them, even though we can't feature one every single week. That doesn't mean that I don't get your videos and love watching them. So anyway, let's level up to level 5.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level5 for training on how to survive this level.
Okay, so here on level 5, we're just going to take all of the exact same notes that we had before and the same exact chords that we had before, actually, and we're just going to change them all into numbers. So before, this was known as a G, and that's the note that you started on. Now it's known as a 5. So if we just read the right-hand part, the yellow part of the PDF, then it's 5 5 3 5 1 2 3 5 5 5 5 3 5 7 1 2. So that's how all that goes. And then the chords, the left hand part, the purple part, is just going to be right on that part right there. We're going to play a 1 chord, which means go to the 1 in your left hand, and then play every other note starting on the 1, and that's the 1 chord, just like that. And then the 3 chord would just go to the 3, and we would play every other note starting on the 3. Life for us. Then we'd go to a 4 chord right there. That's a 4 chord because it starts on the 4, and it's just every other note. And then the 3 chord, and then the 4 chord, then the 3 chord, then the 5 chord. And just like we had before, where you could play any C's and E's and G's during the C chord, during the 1 chord, you can play any 1 here. So if I zoom out here, I guess there we go. So that's a 1 and a 3 and a 5. Well, that's also a 1 and a 3 and a 5. And that's a 1, 3, and 5. So these are all 1 chords here. So during the 1 chord time, you don't have to just stick with the 1 here. We like to use these ones here because it's all zoomed in and you can see what I'm doing with my fingers. But anyway, you can use any of the 1s and the 3s and the 5s anywhere on the piano. Let's try man, I always mess this part up. Let's try just playing the right hand numbers, and I'm going to call the numbers out loud instead of saying the note names. Here we go. So we're going to start on 5. If you want to, you can try to play the chord numbers along as well. 5 5 3 5 1 2 3. I'm going to go down here. 5 5 3 5 7 1 2 1 1 6 1 5 3 low 5 1 1 6 1 5 3 2 5 3 4 5 1. Hey, I did it. I almost messed up in the middle there. So then let me show you what the chords would be. It'd be something like this, and a 2, and 1 2. Go, it's a hard knock. Here's my 1 chord. And then the 3 chord, 4 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord, 3 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord. So all those notes would be okay to add in there. All right, so one last time I'm going to try to play the chords and the notes and say the numbers out loud. If you're on level 1 through 4, ignore all of this wrong nonsense. Just play your version. Here we go. 1, I already messed up. 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 1, 1, 6. I think I'm off your screen there. 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay, it's close. It was close. It's time, though, to check in with Elise. Come on over, Elise. So, you've been working hard for the last 5 minutes or so. You've had to work on this. So, we're going to try and see if we can get the rest of that cleaned up. And you said before you might have like the first note down. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we try that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what is the first left-hand note, by the way?
C.
C. And it comes in on?
Life.
Life. Okay. Which level would you like to look at while you play?
3.
3. Okay. Well then. There's level 3. As soon as you're ready, hit your button and we'll go. And a 2. And a 1, 2, go. It's a perfect. nailed all the notes and got the left-hand note in there too. So, oh, also the last one is also that same C. So your first left-hand note and your last left-hand note are the same one. So if you didn't want to move around, you just hang on to that C, and then at the very last one, bam, hit it again. Okay, cool. But you know what they're all waiting for, right? They want to find out, did I win the $10 gift card or not? Let's find out. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. Wow, okay, yeah, Kendra, blue screen, it's on the way, Kendra. Anyway, next week we're going to be doing Power Rangers song, because the Power Ranger movie is coming out really soon, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then of course we have the super secret broadcast that nobody else knows about. But anyway, love you, thanks. Hey, you're still here. Me too. Well, here's what needs to happen next. First of all, click on the survey button. That is probably like right over here. Maybe if you're on the iPad, it's like down here below the video. Anyway, it's right around there. Click on that. Let us know how we did today, and also ask us any questions you might have about this lesson or about any other lesson. You might even be the mailbag winner if you include your name in that. And then after that, you're going to go to the music challenge, which is a button probably right up here, up above the video. And so click on the music challenge. You can come back every single day and fill out the code thing and get your points for doing that. So you got your music challenge thing to do after you do the survey. And then after you've practiced the song up, then go to the one up here that says, right over here probably, student videos, and then take a video of yourself on your phone or your iPad or whatever, and then send us your video, and maybe it could even be the featured video and you get points for doing that. And then if you have any questions, click the contact button that's also up there somewhere. Anyway, I don't know. But click on that, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you back here next week. All right, thanks for joining us. It was a lot of fun. See ya.